coming
stuff,
in.
Larry.
I'm not. Are you ready?
Yes. Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores brings you Garage Logic podcast number.
This is getting saved.
Come on, Mushmouth.
1,305. May 10th, 2024. 90 degrees on this day in 1987. 28 degrees on this day in 1907.
Brought to you by.
Hey, Bamamba.
How
are you?
Oh, my God.
Well,
First, these words from Mushmouth.
can I say something without you interrupting?
No.
With your crummy $3 shirt on from
Brand new.
Goodwill?
Yep.
Nothing wrong with Goodwill, is there?
Don't cover yourself.
That's right. What now?
Huh? I
Do
don't know.
what now?
Aquaside?
You know, Sunday you could be swimming. I hope the mom and dad got a hold of Aquaside. They've been keeping swimming beaches free of weeds and algae for more than 60 years with a complete line of lake and pond control products that will take care of the weeds and the algae. The products are made in White Bear Lake. These products are easy to use. They work quickly. They're registered with the EPA and DNR. There is no need to let weeds overtake your lake or pond this summer. Call Aquaside. Describe what you think the problem is. They'll help you. They'll get you the right products. Call Aquaside at 1-800-328-9350 or go to aquaside.com.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Heidt in the newsroom, and of course, the rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
When we miss a day, I always like to catch up on some of the emails.
I like when you do that.
And we're learning, this isn't necessarily an email, of course not, but we're learning that there's a very good chance for many Minnesotans to see the Northern Lights tonight, because we're going to suffer, apparently today, a major geomagnetic storm.
They always say that, and then we never get to see them.
Well, you got to leave the metro, probably.
I'm not going to. Is South St. Paul outside of the metro enough?
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is forecasting a G4, that's severe, geomagnetic storm from late tonight into early Saturday. G5 is the highest level of geomagnetic storm, and they're forecasting a G4. The aurora may become visible over much of the northern half of the country and maybe as far south as Alabama to northern California. I think the National Weather Service here is calling this one of the strongest solar storms in a decade.
Okay.
The potential is there for a very active aurora.
Is this the one, the solar storm? Is that when Rush Limbaugh would go off the air for 27 seconds and we were called by callers, it's a conspiracy, you're trying to silence him?
Kenny,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was.
Kenny, do you have
The
something?
the G4, the G5. This is what is going to take down the power grid. And when the power grid goes down and we can't get it back up, this will be the very beginning of the end. So the way I figure it, we've got about three to 4 years after the power grid goes down to when life on Earth is completely wiped out.
And that will contribute to voter fraud, won't it, come November? That's what I'm reading.
The good news about this is that's when you can stop paying your mortgage. So when the power grid goes down, you're done paying bills.
I have a note that
Break
was
glass, smoke lucky?
Yes, I have a note that was addressed to Kenny. Will you tell Reavers to shut up about downtown? I work property maintenance downtown. I run a landscape and snow removal business. Chris needs to stop going to one specific block, looking at storefronts and saying, nope, not open. How many of these places don't open for lunch that he went to? There's tons of little hole-in-the-wall restaurants, especially once you get on First Street up towards Washington. You can drift over towards the North Loop. Major players like Red Cow, Parlor, Burrow. A simple Google or downtown Minneapolis restaurant search or look at TripAdvisor will list all the restaurants available. He's simply wrong about downtown, and he needs to shut up about it. Thank you, Jeremy Harris, J&H Outdoor Services. Do you have a
What
comment?
happens out on Lickety Split? What are you doing?
Jeremy, noted.
Okay,
You
man, a
notice
few words today.
how I sidestepped that whole thing instead of even talking to you, Chris. I just sent it to the guy in charge.
We mentioned Cindy the other day. Cindy was a frequent caller to Monday Night Sports Talk. She lived in northern Minnesota. She was a nurse. She would make sure the Timberwolves games were on in every room as she made her rounds. And she was terribly knowledgeable about the Timberwolves, really adored them. And we were wondering, I thought maybe she wasn't with us anymore. And we get a note from MJ Dempsey, who writes, "You might have jumped the gun on her demise. I stopped by the Holiday Station where I've seen her many times. The clerk told me she was in the store a couple of days ago." Well, God bless it. I hope Cindy's around.
All
It
right,
would
that's
be
great
fun,
news.
Cindy, or if anybody knows Cindy, could you have her get a hold of us?
Did you get the other email about it from Nancy?
I did not.
I read this on the Best of Garage Logic yesterday because I replayed in honor of the Wolves playing their home game tomorrow. I replayed that segment since you mentioned it on the show a couple of days ago. Chris, I heard a very familiar laugh during the 5-8 podcast. I knew it was Cindy. Just wanted to let you know that Cindy is still a diehard Minnesota sports fan. I shared the podcast with her. We were coworkers, but she is now retired. You have not watched a true fan until you watch a game with Cindy. She would move her chair closer and closer to the TV, yelling, "Get him! Get him!" When the Vikings were playing and the Timberwolves, you can feel her passion for sports. I also tagged the Garage Logic Facebook post with her name. I think she would love to be contacted. I have since responded to this.
She has got to be out of her mind. Right
She is
now.
in Kenny's neck of the woods.
She's got
Joe.
to be so thrilled right now.
Who were we thinking of? I know somebody beloved to us passed away. And I'm not thinking of Anna, who was very recently. It was somebody from days gone by.
And the Canadian who used to drop off good
No,
presents?
No, Kenny would not know her.
Oh,
No, I don't.
I don't know Kenny, but thank God Cindy's still with us. Now
Yeah,
I
no
have
kidding.
news from Bob Distad, who writes and sent the chart. We now command the top 4 episodes of podcasts listened to in Anguilla. We lead before you even get to some rival. We're the top 4.
we're okay.
Including Monday Night Sports Talk is in there too.
Surprising that they would be that
There's
interested in Monday Night Sports.
15,000 people who live in Anguilla,
Mm.
and we are the reigning podcast champions of Aguilla. That shirt is already available, isn't it?
Yes,
Chris.
online at the Garage Logic store at garagelogic.com.
How much medicine are we going to have to give John Heidt in order to get him on an airplane so we can do a remote broadcast from Anguilla?
I really
John?
think we should.
Come on, John.
do.
You got to go with us.
Come on.
We'll
John.
leave now, John. You can go by boat.
Maria
Go back-
already
yeah,
said
I'll take a boat.
Can
at
Maria get us there?
at escapewithusvacations.com, she can get us there.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be so much fun.
And I'm saying it has to happen in January or February.
I see a
I ain't
parade.
going there now.
I see a parade,
I do too.
down Main Street with everybody going, "Who are those guys?"
I have a note from
A one-car parade.
I have a note from Joe from Egan during the GL podcast on Tuesday, May 7th. That was just this past Tuesday. You played a great GL song and mentioned that another fellow created one years ago. That would have been, help me, Rook. Who
Cliff
did the
Eberhardt.
Eberhard?
Glenn
did.
Everhart.
Yeah.
Glenn, I'm sorry, not Cliff.
And then our fellow from,
The new guy.
I
From
got it.
Dakotas, right?
No,
One of the
he's not from
Dakotas.
the Dakotas. And he's already responded to me. He is thrilled with our invitation for him to join us at the state fair. In fact, he has sent, his name's Mike Hokinson, and he has sent the notes and the chords and everything for us to work with, John. And he left room for a
Nice.
lead part for you to
Wonderful.
play. And we will join him. Kenny, he wants you on bass. And we'll do that at the fair with him.
Oh, cool.
It'll be fun. He has written the, what's it called that he did?
I have it right here.
GLers come home.
Might as well play it. You know why you can play it, Chris?
Number
let me
one
t-
in Anguilla.
It's number 1 in Anguilla. And let me tell you why you should play it, Chris. Today is the official garage door opener.
Yes.
We are opening it
Right.
up today.
For real?
Are you ready for?
For real?
Am I ready for what? There's opening. It's opening. It's 69 degrees now. I have every confidence in the world it will be 70 as we are podcasting. We are open, and today is May 10th.
The garage door's up, the radio's on, and the common sense is flowing freely.
Let me give you
Here's
just a
Joe
few.
Souchere.
On May in 2017, we were open May 4. On 2018, look at Kenny's showing us 71 up where he is
At the airport.
at the airport.
Yep,
We're
at
open,
your-
baby.
Yep.
The garage door is open. It was May 5th in 2018. It was May 4th in 2017. All kinds of dates are in there. We
Yeah,
had all kinds
we
of
got 'em
openers.
all
And
somewhere.
let me tell you something. Let's play number 1 in Anguilla, followed by Glenn Eberhardt, if you don't mind. For the opener, here you go.
On the east shore of Spoon Lake, where the sun sets slow and dreams awake, here in Gumption County we make our stand. We walk down Life Service Road and shoulder the hefty GLO, and the keeper of common sense gives us a hand.
Let's join the chorus.
Hail the fireworks commissioner, hail the flashlight king.
Hail you!
Hail the kitty, FYI, and the two morons. You'll learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design. And in Anguilla, GL's number 1. The town council gathers, they have their say, but the old mayor, he leads the way through these days of moral and ethical decline. There's a ray of hope to keep us free as we fight the failed academy. Hold the center, don't let it unwind. Hail the fireworks commissioner, hail the flashlight king.
Hail you!
Hail the Kenny, FYI, and the two morons.
Won't that be a fun chorus?
You learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design. And in Anguilla, GL's number 1.
What?
Chunks of soot and climate change are getting in the way. But we got the Krabby Coffee Shop and Positive Thursday. Hail the fireworks commissioner, hail the flashlight king.
Hail you!
Hail the Kenny, FYI, and the two morons. You learn
For the
more
opener.
here
We
by
are open.
accident than elsewhere by design. And in Anguilla, GL's number 1. You learn more here by accident than elsewhere by design. And in Anguilla, GL's number 1. In Anguilla, GL's number 1. In Anguilla, GL's number 1.
Thank you. We are open. That was
Open.
Mr. Hokinson. And now we have, is this Glenn Eberhardt?
In just a brief moment, did you want the openers from podcast form, or did you not want those right
Yes,
now?
I do.
Oh, okay. So the neat
These are
thing,
the openers during our podcast years.
right? So we opened. Well, it's neat because it has our last one as a radio show when we did it at Charlie's on Prior. That was May 4th, 2018.
Right.
We were again on May 10th, 2019. This one I wanted to share specifically. May 21st,
Really? That
2021.
was a late one.
was
What
a-
about 2020?
Hold on. May 21st, 2021 was a best of Garage Logic
Mm-hmm.
because I had to call you as you were in the car driving to Chicago
Okay.
for a
Got it.
graduation, I believe.
I think so.
We're up for a graduation. And May 18th of 2022. Anyway, so I thought you'd like a couple of those. As in
Well, what about
podcast format.
2023?
That one I'm having a difficult time locating. Here we go.
Okay.
How are you?
That's fine.
I think it was in May.
You know what? They're all clustered. They're like ice outs.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. 23 was in April. April 29th.
Oh boy,
So there you
early
go.
one.
There you
Yeah.
go. Hey, how are you?
Okay, now a song
You'd like
for
to
the
hear
opener.
from Glenn.
This is from years
Well,
ago.
in Gumption County, near Diversityville, there's a place where cigars are legal still, where common sense is the law of the land, and a beer fits nicely into a man's hand, where sound advice is given out every day by the mayor of town, Joe Souchere. Garage Logic.
Hey!
Garage Logic. Yeah, you listen in every day for what Joe has to say. Garage Logic. Cheer for the fighting stogies at the university, where you can take a course in personal responsibility, and you can fish from shore over on Spoon Lake with your neighbor who showed you how to fix your brakes. Creature Path Golf Course has a cheap green fee, and you can tee it up with Joe Souchere. I know that's wrong, but it had to rhyme. Garage Logic. Garage Logic. It's a sing-along, folks. Come on.
Here we go.
Listen every day for what Joe has to say. Garage Logic.
I kinda went by
Solo here.
you.
You know that, folks? There's one more verse. We got time.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. They get Glenn
So
back
take
at
a
the
ride
fair.
on your Harley. That ain't very far, and head into town. You light up a cigar, find your buddy's garage, turn on the radio, and you tune into the Joe Souchere Show. Crack an ice cold beer, sit in a lawn chair, 'cause the Garage Logic Show is live at the fair. Garage Logic.
Come on now, here we go.
Garage Logic. Yeah, you listen in every day for what Joe has to say. Garage Logic. These fine people can sing. One more time. Come on. Garage Logic. Yeah, Garage Logic. Listening every day. Garage Logic every day for what Joe has to say. Garage Logic.
Why they wouldn't let me sing?
Listen to that crowd. What year was that, fellas?
I don't know, but we were making money.
Wow.
You know,
So quite a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Speaking of music, get this.
Matthew.
God.
The Mueller brothers were at the game yesterday.
Checking pulses.
Todd and Todd's the older brother of Scott.
Yep.
And Todd is who I sold my drums to years and years and years ago. And I've been lobbying to get them back. And he's not really ready to let them go yet. I understand that. That's fine. But he began to do some homework on those drums. And he took one of the toms to when Ellis Drum Shop was still open.
Yeah.
And he said, I have a whole set like this. They were red, white, and blue sparkle. And the guy, Todd said to the guy at Ellis, do you have any idea what these are worth? And he said, well, let's put it this way. You give me that tom, I'll put it on the wall, and you can have any set in the store.
Wow.
That was stamped 1969.
Wow.
That's when I got them, 1969. And that Todd has looked high and low, and he cannot find any more Ludwigs in that design, red and white sparkle. And he said, did you order them? And I remember, I think I got them at B Sharp Music, which was on Central Avenue in Minneapolis.
Sure.
Yep.
And I think he said, did you order these or were they in the store? And that I don't remember. I was just as likely to have ordered them as to, I bet I ordered them because I, for some reason, wanted that design.
So the resale price went up, is what you're saying.
Oh my God! I'm not sure. I'm not sure I could afford to get them back.
I want you to tell me this story every time I think about my 65 Impala. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Joe.
Well,
wow.
Who told you that, Scott or Todd?
Todd.
Wow.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's true.
So you're going to be buying them back. Huh?
No.
You're sure he wasn't going, hey, we're going
Okay.
to up the price here?
No,
Wait
I
a
don't think
second.
I could afford to buy them back.
Is this just part of a marketing
This is a
ploy?
total ploy.
No,
I'm with you,
no,
Kenny.
No,
I'm on to you, Todd.
And the cases, he still has the cases.
Really?
That's key as we learned.
The bass drum case has Big Daddy Wag sticker on it.
What year did you sell them to him?
Are they
72 or 3?
Are the cases those kind of semi-firm cardboardish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Hey, well, we
cool.
got a second since we just played Glenn's song, and I like
Yeah.
to promote musicians. Glenn's very busy this summer, and tonight he is at Third Act Brewery in Woodbury from 5:30.
Oh,
5:30 to
wonderful.
8:30. So if you live in that area, Woodbury, head out there. Third Act Brewery, Glen Everhart. 5:30.
The guy wonders if GL has pissed him off like we have everybody else, or if he's still listening.
No, the last I did, I talked to him the
we
last
haven't
time.
angered him.
Good.
He's still a fan, and I asked him for permission to play that song, and he said, "You can play any of my."
Well,
tunes."
get him
When-
at the fair too.
Okay.
Yeah, and when
will.
does the fair start? About the 24th
I don't know,
of
John.
August? Well,
I
right
don't
up.
know.
He's playing right up the block from me on August 22nd. So if nothing else, I can wander over there and say,
Okay, I'll put it on
Glenn,
John then.
Glenn,
I'll
come
put it
on.
on John.
He
Yeah,
was in
thanks, Rick.
Faribault last week, and I was there.
You're right.
You guys are going to have fun this year at the fair. You know what? Maybe we should try to get all musician guests instead of
Oh, God,
the normal
that'd be fun.
nonsense.
I've
Just
always
get
loved
all musicians.
Our friend Jeff Dayton's coming to town in a week, but not. I think he's coming to teach.
What about Lonesome Willie, the cowboy?
Sourdough Slim.
Sourdough, yeah.
Slim.
Lonesome Willie. That was your
Blind
nickname in high
Lonesome
school,
Willie.
I couldn't remember his name. I'm sorry.
wasn't it, Kenny? Wasn't that your
Yeah.
nickname in high school? Lonesome Willie.
Has anybody tried to get a hold of him?
Well, all you got to do is go to his website and see where he's performing.
Well, go ahead. It's your show.
Do your own research.